All right. Final day of match day three, and what a match day! Drama, drama, drama. But it's sad, but also good news on injuries. It's just been a drama-filled, packed match day. So, what I wanted to do was create this video on picking the best match day captain because I found myself in a conundrum specifically on this match day, on how the actual matches and fixtures were configured and options. I mean, it's great to have the four different days so that you can pick a, a captain, but more options, more dilemmas. So I thought, let me do this video because if I have this dilemma, then maybe you guys have this dilemma. So without further ado, let's get into picking the best match day captain for the final day of match day three. And if you guys love this, then please let's see how this video do and let me know down in the comment section, and we can do more of these videos on the specific match days coming forward in the next few days. All right. Now, like I said, it's the final match day of final day of match day three. So we got Ukraine versus Belgium. We've got Slovakia versus Romania, and we also have Czechia versus Turkey, Georgia versus Portugal. Now we're going to talk about the favorite captaincies, basically options, and we'll also talk about differentials because let's be honest, most of the times the outright captain winner is not necessarily the best captain pick, and sometimes it's actually the differential that makes the difference. So, um, as you can see here, I've already got Bruno, I've got Cristiano Ronaldo, I've got Cancelo. They'll be coming on from my bench, and then of course I've got Lukaku and I've got Face as well. I don't have Kevin De Bruyne now. I decided to organize this according to who's the most selected in the teams. Right off, I'm going to talk about the safe and I'm going to talk about the risky captaincy option. Okay. Now, I think the safe captaincy option is going to be from the Belgium side, of course, because we will get to see their lineups and we'll know who's actually playing. Now, of course, even without even seeing that lineup, we already know Kevin De Bruyne is going to play. We already know Lukaku is going to be playing, and I believe Doku will be playing as well. I'm not sure about Leandro Trossard, but when it comes to Belgium, I think you only really have two favorite captaincy options, which is Kevin De Bruyne and Lukaku. Doku's very good, but he's mainly the assist man. He's hardly ever going the man at the end of the assist. So um, I think if you're going to be going with who's going to be the best captain of the day, in my opinion, this is where we start to talk about whether or not you're an eye test guy or you're the stats guy. Now, for me, I think you have to strike a very good balance on both, right? Because let's be honest, Lukaku has been getting into the best positions, both to assist and to actually score. In fact, he's had, I think, two or three VAR disallowed goals. So in terms of his goal potential, it's highly there. He could have been the highest goal scorer by now, really. So I think between him and Kevin De Bruyne, I think Lukaku's the winner in terms of getting the captaincy. I would rather put it on him, and I think it's safer to put it on him. And I say safer because we will get to the games that are later on in the day, which is Portugal and Georgia and Czechia versus Turkey, because of rotation, basically. Given De Bruyne, you can if you want to go a bit differential, um, according to me. But I do think him having the most, as you can see, being the most selected between him and Lukaku. Clearly, there's more people that have him and believe in him. And he did also on recency bias. I think people are going to go with him. But then it's like I've also said, like I think when a player for me has just hauled, unless he's Erling Haaland, you FPL players know, managers know. Unless he's Erling Haaland, I don't think he's gonna hold straight away again. So Kevin De Bruyne had a good match day too. His first match day was 2 points blanked. Got a good second match day. I think this match day is not going to be the easiest. I think we've seen that with the previous matches that have happened in the previous days. I think it's not going to be I don't think he's really going to walk away with a goal and assist. I think Lukaku's more in the position to be involved at that much to walk away with a goal and assist. Right. Now, in terms of the more riskier picks going on to the later game, I think Portugal is a much more riskier pick because from my side, I have no idea in certainty who is really going to play. I think Bruno Fernandes will play. I think Cristiano will play, right? I don't think João Cancelo will play, right? And I think that's just based on some of the options in the squad that Portugal have, right? So I'm hoping he does because I have him and I would really like him to come in and especially play against Georgia, right? Having said that, Cristiano Ronaldo, I still go on what I said. He is the captain. He is chasing his record of scoring at another European final. I believe, I think, I don't want to say believe, I think he will play. I really, really strongly do think he will play. And the reason why I think Bruno Fernandes will play, and I say players and start the game as well, maybe they might have limited minutes, of course, because they've qualified. But they are very two strong figures in the camp and in the team as well. I think we could see rest on other sides, but I do think if they do start, I think we'll see limited minutes. So uh, between them and the Belgian picks, I think it's much safer for you to go for the Belgian picks. But if you want to go a bit more risky, I think if you're going to captain somebody from the Portuguese side, I think you can go for Cristiano because out of him, João Cancelo, Bruno Fernandes, in all honesty, I'm only speaking about João Cancelo because he's in my team, but and he's in most people's team, of course. But between Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo, I think this is the game where Cristiano Ronaldo is going to have a big impact and score. So I would go for Cristiano Ronaldo. I would go for Cristiano Ronaldo in this game because he's blanked in the two games. Well, blanked in the sense of he hasn't scored, but he did assist in the second game. So I think he's very much built up towards this game. So that's my opinion when it comes to the risk. Now, if you want to go very differential, I think that's when we start to really look at the other teams, which is Turkey. And I think I would go with Ardagula. He didn't start in the previous game. He did come on, but you saw very well he was very involved in the gameplay, very lively. So you definitely also going to be getting some ball recoveries from him, shots outside the box definitely, and you get some assist point. You get a point as well if he scores a goal from outside the box. So he's got a lot of routes to points there, and I think he's a great differential to go for. Do I think he's going to start? Is there risk in him? And that's the point with differentials. There are also risks. I do think he's going to start because Turkey have to win this game. He did have a rest and he's coming to play in the third game. And I think they knew very well that they weren't going to win against Portugal. I think they went for a more defensive type of a side, and that's why he didn't play. And I think they tried to seize the moment in the second half, and Portugal just killed them off with that third goal. But I think Odugula is going to be a very good pick, differential pick. He is 9%. He's 6 million, very nice and cheap. If you do have him in your side, that is a great differential pick in my opinion. Um, I just want to see Ukraine. Let's see. Ukraine's playing earlier, and I think there's the obvious. Let me just focus on Ukraine because, and no offense to the great sides of Romania who have honestly been playing so well, Slovakia as well, who had the best defense, which I honestly have loved. I've picked Dubravka from there. I think some honorable mentions from both those teams. If you're going to go for both those teams, I would actually go for their defensive assets because they're both very well, one of the best defensive discipline teams I've seen in the tournament. So I would go for the defensive assets there. If you are looking to captain any of the players from those sides, considering that they will be. And um, I mean, I wouldn't say I know much about their wingbacks, but knowing modern football involving a lot of wingbacks nowadays, though they basically are vital players in terms of bringing the ball up and stuff. So they could end up having an assist as well. So if you're going to go defensively, try and see if you can get a defensive player which is going to be high up the pitch and be involved in the play. Cool. Sorry, I'm busy rumbling and not finding Ukraine. Let's go to Ukraine and let's remove Belgium there as well, so we can focus on Ukraine. Cool. Let's apply there. Now, with Ukraine, let's go to points, right? Now, sorry if I actually butcher any of the names in all respect. Shaparenko is the highest points player actually between the teams that are playing today. But if we take a look at him and see what his record has been, basically, he blanked and he had a haul. So, do I think he's going to have another haul? I don't know. His minutes look very good, and secure. One thing I do think is I do think he's definitely going to play again or start again. So he's in the starting lineup as well. He is a midfielder, so more routes to points. Zinchenko, sadly, is named as a midfielder. I think he would have been a great pick if he was a defender, because we all know that he's in those roles. And then Kylo Mudryk, I don't think he's based on performance. For me, I think the best way I can put it is, even in his club, he's not really the most prolific player when it comes to being faced with goals, and even sometimes just assisting, being there and to give that final pass. I think you'd be wasting your time. And at the same time, guys, you really don't want to be captaining Ukraine players, but I'm just talking about differentials here. The games have been low scoring. So, in my opinion, I think, and surprising at the same time. So, if you are going to go for a Ukraine player, I do think, I'd say go for the striker. Let's see. Dovnik. I mean, he has been blanking, and I have that notion all the time that, yeah, Dovnik. I think when you've been blanking on two games in a row, I think I watched the first game. He was highly involved. Second game, he came off at 67 minutes. I didn't watch it, but he's their guy. He's their guy. And if you have them at 3%, I think he's a good differential. I do think, in all honesty, I do think Belgium's actually going to concede. So I think he'll be involved in that. So he is an option there. The beauty of this final day is that the captaincies that people have picked haven't really necessarily hold. I think the best I've seen really was Donnarumma. He got 8 points. So yeah, I think you're okay, going with a Dovbik, because Mbappe himself as well didn't necessarily hold. I think he got 6 points. 6 points. Yeah, I think he got 6 points. Let me just make sure actually. And he, I believe, was the highest captaincy yesterday. So I do think people will be changing as well. Let me just make sure there. Yeah, you got 6 points. You got 6 points. So I do think people will be changing their options and looking at who's going to be the better player that'll take a punt. I think another topic here is with the dilemma. Should I change my captaincy on how many points? This specific match day, if you have captained a player and he's achieved 16, 14 to 16 points, keep him, because the level of captaincy points this specific match day has not been high. It hasn't been people scoring 10 points. I don't think, those who have, captain somebody who's achieved 10 points and they've got 20 points because it's double the points. Perfect for you. Keep your captaincy. For me, my captaincy goal is double figures, reaching 10 and above. This match day specifically, 8 I've seen, 7 I've seen have been good points to actually, say like, okay, my captain scored me some good points. So if you got a captain that's already scored 7 to 8 points, in my opinion, I'd say keep it. The games are really tough. I think you're really lucky to have that. Yeah, don't go for these. Don't change your captaincy. just keep it, because people today as well could very well blank. You don't know what can happen with rotation as well. Um, so yeah, just to go over it again, I think Lukaku, for me, if I was to put it in order, Lukaku is number one, being safe. Number two, you can go for Kevin De Bruyne. And then number three, I would then put Cristiano Ronaldo if you want to be risky. In terms of differentials, I would put number one, Ordugula, and number two, Dovbik. I don't necessarily have a number three. Um, nah, I don't have a number three, but those would be my main captaincy picks and my differentials. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. I really want to know if this video has helped you guys. Maybe if it has, and I'll see by how the views do. Please make sure you leave a like and a comment in this comment section to let me know, hey, Kat, this is really, really helpful, and I would really love it if you could do this for each match day so that ahead of the match day so that we can actually also decide maybe which is the best captaincy on our teams. Other than that, guys, good luck for match day, the final day of match day 3. And remember, this is football, so enjoy.